All right. Xavi of Barcelona has not been on pressure ever since he came in at Barcelona like he was on Tuesday this week. There were stories making rounds all over social media that if at all Xavi lost the game to FC Porto at their stadium where they're really playing their games, because the Camp Nou is under reconstruction, Xavi was going to be sacked, as it wasn't going to be good news for him because Barcelona hadn't qualified out of the group stages for 2 consecutive seasons. And if at all they never won the game that they really won on Tuesday, 2-1, trust me, they wouldn't have gone ahead to really qualify for the 3rd time in a row. Guess who was the man behind all that? It was Joao Cancelo with a goal and an assist. And now, with an effort that went ahead to put up through to see that Barcelona goes to the round of 16 of the Champions League, it has been confirmed that Barcelona is going to make his transfer from Man City to the Catalonia side permanent. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. Hope you guys are really having fun. And it's really a Thursday. We are heading into Friday, and you guys are really good. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, with the Christians. I hope God is obviously doing you wonders, and you're really doing or getting the best from what you're doing. Now, we are also going to talk about the nominees for the Player of the Month and the Manager of the Month. They've been really put out, and I'm here to obviously coming through and really let you know who the nominees are for those awards that are set to be issued very soon after November really comes to an end. Now, Rokani David is my name. You can as well call me Aradi, and let's start it off with the story coming in from none other than the Roger Torello. He is really a credible journalist coming in from Catalonia, and he has gone ahead to confirm to us that FC Barcelona have decided to permanently sign Joao Cancelo. Manchester City want 25 million euros for him, but Barcelona will try to lower the price. Now, I've gone ahead to give you the synopsis as to why Barcelona have gone ahead to decide to obviously sign Joao Cancelo on a permanent. And they've not been having a right back like Joao Cancelo ever since they lost what's this Brazilian guy, the right back, Dani Alves. And they've gone ahead to find themselves in a situation where they needed to obviously get a right back. But in Cancelo, they got 2 in 1 because he can play as a right back, he can play as a left back. And that much has been talking about where Joao Cancelo went ahead to really create 1 and score 1. He played as a left back and he scored a very beautiful goal. And remember, Barcelona conceded first through Pepe, that young Portuguese that plays for FC Porto. And after conceding through him, guess what happened? Joao Cancelo went ahead to obviously level it up, and then in the second half he created an assist for Joao Felix to obviously put that ball in the back of the net. In a nutshell, it was a Portuguese connection that saw these two really put Barcelona to where they deserve to be. And if there is a player they can sign, it's going to be Joao Cancelo, because there is no right back they're going to sign that fits their project, that has a quality of Joao Cancelo at 25 million euros. And I'm asking myself, why is Barcelona even wanting to obviously reduce that amount of money? Because there is a team that can come through and snap that deal, and really hijack that deal and really give Man City more and more money. Because we all believe that Joao Cancelo is a very good player, and very many teams would want to obviously sign him. We all know that Arsenal were all over Joao Cancelo, but because Man City were not willing to strengthen their nemesis, they obviously told him that we're not going to sell you the Premier League, find a position elsewhere. And that's where Barcelona came in through for Joao Cancelo. And for Pep Guardiola, he has been really vocal about how he will never downplay Barcelona's interest in a player of Manchester City, provided he feels like that player is no longer into his plans. Joao Felix fell into the pecking order fell down in the pecking order of Pep Guardiola after the World Cup, where Rico Lewis was being played ahead of him. And Joao Cancelo said, I cannot really be an understudy for Rico Lewis. And he fell out with Pep Guardiola, and Pep Guardiola never even named him into the match squads until the January transfer window went ahead to clock, and when it clocked, he really saw himself move to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich didn't sign him on a permanent, but it looks like Barcelona is willing to sign him on a permanent. And I think Barcelona would have gone ahead to get themselves one of the best players I've seen as fullbacks into this modern football. He has gone ahead to play 5 games for Barcelona in the Champions League, 1 goal and 1 assist, but he scored where it mattered most. In the La Liga, he's going to play 11 games, 2 goals and 1 assist. Now, this is what this guy brings on the table. And at just 29 years of age, he still has some 3-4 seasons to me still playing at the top, because his game is not about intensity. It's all about his execution and how good he is on the ball. That is Joao Felix for you, and I think you guys are going to hate to obviously get to know exactly what he brings on the table and why Barcelona want to sign him. Will they accept a negotiation below 25 million euros as Man City? I think as it's Pep Guardiola and Begiristan formerly having history at Barcelona, they'll let that deal go through, and because they don't want to sell him to Premier League clubs. And if they wanted more money, they would have gone ahead to sell this player to Arsenal, because before Arsenal spent 40 million pounds onto Julian Timber, their main target was Joao Felix. And because they really got a red flag from Man City as far as signing Joao Felix is concerned, that's why they went in through for the player called Julian Timber. So that means only Premier League clubs can meet the realistic evaluation of Man City. But if they want to sell him outside the Premier League, they should get that money, between 20 and 25 million euros. Remember, by the time he was really taken to to Bayern Munich, there was a buy clause that was not mandatory of 70 million euros. So that shows you that Man City valued Joao Cancelo at 70 million euros. But see how much they're obviously going to get, because they don't want to strengthen their enemies like Arsenal. Now, the FA or the Premier League is going to have to name the nominees for the month of November. Let's start off with the managers. Edwards, Eddie Howe. I think Edwards is for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Then Eddie Howe, there is Iraola and Ten Hag. And that's the list that has been put out. Hope they've gone ahead to pick the best managers. And remember, Ange Postecoglou had won it for 3 months consecutively ever since he came into the Premier League. But he has been silenced in the previous 3 games, and there is no way he had a chance to obviously go ahead and obviously be part of this. Chelsea beat him by 4-1. Wolves beat him by 2-1. And recently, it was a very huge beating coming in from Aston Villa that went ahead to beat him. But I think even Unai Emery would have gone ahead to get a spot into this. But I see it going to either Eric Ten Hag or Eddie Howe. That is it, according to how I see things. So, who do you think is going to win the Premier League manager for the month of November? Now, we go to the players. There is a shocker that I'm going to hate to see, that I was going to hate to see to it, that I was going to hate to send me into a very huge shock. Now, Jeremy Doku, he deserves to be there. Anthony Gordon deserves to be there. Thomas Kaminski, goalkeeper of Luton Town. Harry Maguire, why should he be here? Raheem Sterling, he has put up a show. Marcus Tavernier of Bournemouth. Now, however much I support Man United, I don't see why Harry Maguire is supposed to be on this list. What is he going to hate to do? Why is he going to hate to do? Is it because out of the last 6 games, United have going to hate to win 5? Has he been pivotal in United winning all these games? And I think Jeremy Doku deserves it. He deserves it. However much I beef Man City, but when they're really having a good player, I'll obviously give that player the benefit of doubt that he deserves the award. And I think he should take it. Jeremy Doku, to me, is the guy. So, tell me your thoughts about Joao Cancelo transfer to Barcelona to be made permanent, confirmed. What do you make about it? Do you think Man City will allow to negotiate down below the 25 million euro mark? They've gonna hit, obviously, put up as a ceiling of the asking price. And who do you think is going to win the player for the month of November? I sign out for now. See you later. May the living to God bless you abundantly, and the Muslims Barak Lau Fikum. I'm out.